I'm David Malsby, welcoming you onto the campus we call Camp Hope. It's our residential program. We're helping our combat vets who are dealing with combat-related post-traumatic stress disorder. I want to introduce you to one of our newest graduates from our program here. Mike, introduce yourself.
Michael Carson, served in the United States Army from Bovina, Texas, and did 19 years, 14 active, and deployed to Iraq and Kosovo.
All right. A lot of activity going on there, a lot of things that you saw.
Yes, sir.
Lost, a lot of pain.
Yes, sir.
PTSD became part of your life. What was going on? What brought about that diagnosis for you?
After deploying and coming back, I actually didn't notice it for a long time. I couldn't see the symptoms because I didn't want anything to be wrong. Growing up as a kid from the country and then going into the military, you know, they teach us to shove our feelings down, and if we do have any feelings, it's anger. And so after coming back, I had a whole lot of loss and grief and shame and guilt, and I didn't notice that it was affecting my everyday life until I actually got divorced, which was the teetering point for me of the last hope that I had of anybody believing in me. I had lost a few guys overseas, and so it ended up being angry outbursts, just my family not knowing what to do with me, and I couldn't see it for the longest time, to the point to where I dove into addiction heavily. And
how did you hear about Camp Hope, by the way?
Well, crazy story. After diving into my addiction and stuff, I actually figured out that I needed some help.
Mm-hmm.
And I had been to another PTSD program. I had been to Horses for Heroes, and those programs did their job for a little while, but it didn't really sink in. And so I checked into a substance abuse program from the VA, and from there I met a guy named Will Moore, who handed me the Combat Trauma Healing Manual.
Mm-hmm.
I broke down in front of him, just crying, saying, "Hey, I need somewhere to tell this story," and you know, the VA's telling me I can't tell it, and so.
Sure. And if I remember right, you got here September?
August.
August?
Yes, sir.
So you've turned a 6-month program into a little bit longer one.
Yeah.
But you've endured an awful lot while you've
Yes,
been
sir.
here. You've persevered through. Share with us one thing you've learned that's helped you able to cope with life and just what happens in life after coming home.
I say the biggest thing for me is having my brothers and being able to share that experience, share all the experiences with them, a group of guys, a team, an accountability team that can see when I have those red flags that come up, and some of the things that affect me, you know, as far as my PTSD. I have, you know, super fears of crowds, and
Sure.
I was captured when I was over in Kosovo, and so that lured me into this real fear of being captured again, and being able to share that with my fellow brothers. And then you know, through all the other programs, they're great. They teach cognitive processing therapy and behavioral therapy and all this other stuff, but the biggest thing for me was having a CTHM to go to, that Combat Trauma Healing
Right.
Manual, which refers right back to my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. So.
Right. Well, one thing we do talk a lot about here is two's better than one, and threefold cords hard
Not
to
easy
be
to be
broken.
broken. Yes,
yeah.
sir.
Congratulations on completing the
Thank
program.
you.
We wish you the very best going forward. If you would like more information on our program, which by the way is absolutely free, costs nothing, check our website, ptsdusa.org, or you can give us a call for Veterans in Crisis, 877-717-7873.